This is a ceiling fan motor, and I've removed all the other covers and everything, and it's basically just taking screws out. And some have nuts, some do not. They thread into parts of the structure, but fans are up, blades are off, everything's off. So on this, I actually put this into the vise, and I took a hacksaw and I cut through here and here. I cut down about 1/8 of an inch, and then I took a screwdriver, because this was pressed on to what's underneath here. So I took a screwdriver, actually a smaller one, and I put that down in there. That actually might be 3/16 step. And then I just twisted a little bit just to open that up. Then I was able to get the screwdriver underneath there and pry this off. It didn't come off that easy originally. See, it's actually pressed. This was pressed right onto that bearing. So this is steel. I'll go into my steel bucket for scrapping. And inside here, this is all copper. Hopefully it's not aluminum wire painted to look like copper. I don't know why they do that, but they do. But here's a piece of aluminum. Oh, wait a minute. That's steel. I thought that was, oh, there's actually, it's some of each. This is actually aluminum here, but then this outside part is steel. So that'll probably go into the aluminum and steel bucket. And on this other side, I didn't have to cut this side, but I somehow got that pried off, and then that'll go into the steel bucket. Those can be kind of tough to take apart. So, but now down to the inside, and I want to see if this is copper or not. Well, I'm putting on some goggles. My vise broke, and I would usually put this into the vise, clamp it in, maybe onto here, maybe onto here. But vise is busted. I need to get a new one. So I'll do this without a vise. So I'm going to take my hacksaw, carefully cut. I'm going to cut right next to this steel. There's some plastic in here that kind of insulates that wire. I'm going to cut through that plastic. Be careful doing this. That's not going to work. I'm going to have to figure a way to clamp this thing down so that I can cut that easier. I'm going to get these wires off of here. There's some zip ties here. Cut these with the wire snipper. Oops. Let's cut off that smaller wire. And check those, see if they're copper wires or not. If they are, they'll go in the copper wire bucket. Well, now I tried to clamp this down to the bench, but it won't work. So I'm gonna have to get a clamp, or actually a vise, before I can cut this copper out easily. Actually, I can cut. Let's see how this clipper will do. That looks like it is copper wire. Yep, it is. I don't know how you can see this, but the copper color goes all the way through. If it's aluminum wire, it would look white or look like steel, well, or not steel, but aluminum, kind of a silver color on the inside. But this is copper brown, so this is all copper wire. So got to get that out of there. But like I say, I need to get a vise so I can clamp that down and safely cut through those wires. I've got a new vise. Awesome. Put on some goggles and break in this vise. We'll use a hacksaw. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut, this is steel here. I want to cut up as close to that as I can. There's some pieces of plastic here that I think insulate the copper from that steel. I want to be right up against that steel and just start cutting. And then I'll cut all the way around. I'll need to take it out of the vise and rotate it. I'm going to cut off all the copper on this side. And then what I'll do is I'll take a punch and then pound this in through here, so then I can take this copper out that way. Using a hacksaw works, but boy, it's really slow. So I'm going to use a wire cutter. Put it around this coil, squeeze it, and cut it. And that's so much faster. So I'm going to work my way around with that, and then let's see if I can cut both sides of this. So now I'm taking a flat screwdriver, just pry the wire right out, and boom, nice big chunk of copper at $3.50 a pound. So I'll take all that out. I was really struggling with this shorter screwdriver, so I went to a longer and bigger one, and get more leverage, and it's easier to get this copper out of these holes. And some of these I don't want to pull out very well, so I'm using a punch, and then just lining that up on that hot copper, and then just pounding that through the hole. And what I should have done is cut this all off with the angle grinder. Would have been really fast, but it's raining outside. I don't like to do that inside, so I've started this, and it's going pretty decent, so I'll finish this up. Yeah, I got that done. We got a nice big pile of copper, and the steel going to the steel bucket. This plastic, I'm going to pull all these sleeves out just to get this steel as clean as I can. It's a pretty easy process. Let the vise work great, and be sure and check out my other videos. Please subscribe, like, share, leave a comment below. Have a great day.